Well, good evening everyone. Reverend Linda Chapman here from the benefice of Scremiston, Spittal and Tweedmouth. Well, today is Maundy Thursday and our churches would have been meeting together for a special meal tonight. Instead, we have a selection of the traditions which we would have included in the supper to share with you, followed by a reading from John 13, and then I will read Reverend Diana's reflection on the passage, and we will end with a song and a prayer. As with our communion services, the Seder Supper is designed to help us reflect on important events in the history of our faith, so that we neither forget the mighty acts of God for ourselves or neglect to teach them to our children. Please take a moment to look at the items as I describe them. Something that is not here is leavened bread, bread that has yeast in it. The children chase round the house to seek it and throw it out. It's a kind of confession for the wrong things in our hearts. We do, however, have unleavened bread. We have 3 matzos, which tell of the escape from Egypt with no time for the bread to rise. They were in such a hurry. And one of the matzos has been divided into half, and half of it kept and hidden away for later. It will then remind us of the death of Jesus. And there are 4 cups of wine, each with a different meaning and very appropriate for our current situation in the world. The first is the cup of freedom, the second is the cup of deliverance, the third is the cup of redemption, and the fourth is the cup of thanksgiving. And there are 3 more items. There's the bowl of green vegetables, which represents spring, the season of new life, and certainly it's spring here. There's a bowl of water with salt in it. And this represents the tragedy of those years in Egypt when they were enslaved. And there's also a bowl of bitter herbs, which describes the same thing. These 3 together remind us of the joys and the heartbreaks of life, which is very relevant again for today. The supper begins with the candles being lit. And this is usually done by the ladies of the house. So I'm quite comfortable doing that in my own house today. And there is a simple prayer. Blessed are you, Lord God of all creation. Of your goodness we have the gift of light to lighten our darkness. May the brightness of these small lights remind us of the great light of your love, which brings us joy and hope.